Max is proud to bring you NISA soccer action, coming to you live from Chula Vista, California. I'm Ardif Dakari, along with Alex Naveja. Really excited to bring you today's matchup between the home team, San Diego 1904 FC, and Detroit City FC. Looking forward to a great matchup. Alex, great to be here with you for this game. You know, recently you were at the match between Detroit City FC and Cal United Strikers. You know, what have you got to say about Detroit City, and what does San Diego 1904 have to do in order to come out on top in this match?
Well, Art, first of all, it is a pleasure to be alongside with you once again. It's been some time before you and I have worked together since September at the previous Cal United match. But if you ask me, right now Detroit City has the target on their back right now. They are coming off of a hot game against Cal United Strikers, just coming off of that 3-0 shutout over in Irvine just a few days ago. It seems like such a long time ago, but you know what, 1904, they have to continue to be aggressive and take every opportunity that's offered to them, because this is a team that, first of all, will not give you a lot of opportunities to strike and will not commit a lot of errors. And we were talking to one of the coaches today, and he was saying that they were going to try to be as aggressive as possible and try to take advantage of as many opportunities that Detroit City gives them. So today, it's 1904. Just continue to be aggressive, continue to look for any open opportunities that Detroit City is going to offer you.
And so far, San Diego 1904 has only played one game, but it was a 1-0 victory over the LA Force, and it was a really, really tight game. And on top of that, first, before talking more about that, let's look at the starting lineup. In goal, Misha Marsan. On the back line, Edwin Lara, Jonathan Stoop, and Dalen Cutler. And looking at the midfield, pretty stacked with Andrew Klashevsky, Ozzy Ramos, Felipe Liborio, and Faisal Almubaslat. And up top, plenty of speed and talent with Ashkanov Apollon, Cesar Romero, and Lorenzo Ramirez Jr. And let's not forget that Lorenzo Ramirez, he has that very famous stat, that honor of scoring the first ever goal in San Diego 1904 history. But with that, now we got to take a look soon at the starting lineup of Detroit City FC. From what we've been told, not too many changes in the starting lineup from the other night against Cal United. In goal, though, no change with Nathan Steinwasser. And as for the back line, Anthony Manning, Stephen Carroll, and Matthew Lewis. And for the midfielders, Jimmy Fillerman, Connor Rutz, George Chomakov, and Maxi Rodriguez. And up top, always dangerous, Patricio Bateo Faz, and Max Todd, and Roderick Green. So a couple of changes, but I just think when you look at that lineup, this is definitely demonstrating how much depth Detroit City FC has.
Absolutely. They've got so many weapons on their side. They're going to try to attack you from every angle. They're not really looking to. So they've got some surprises up their sleeve. They definitely are not going to give you the obvious. They're going to give you a battle of 90 minutes. It's going to be a tough one before 1904, but you know what? It's going to be a great one today here in Chula Vista.
Not sure how much the weather will play a factor. It's just a bit windy here today, but I think overall you got to like this kind of weather for some NISA soccer tonight.
Absolutely. It is gloomy here. You may have some sun peeking out of the overcast today. It's going to be somewhat of cooler temperature. You definitely have a slight breeze going on here, but like you said, it's not going to affect anything today.
And the teams lining up as we prepare for the national anthem. Let's not forget Detroit City FC has already played 3 games, 3 wins out of 3 with a 100% record. San Diego 1904 has only played 1, but that is 1 win out of 1. So both teams have something to prove today.
Absolutely. I mean, they've proven the more experienced team, Detroit City. But let's go ahead and step aside for that national anthem that you're talking about, Art.
And we are moments away from kickoff. Once again, thank you for joining us via Mike Kuju. NISA Soccer Action brought to you by TVE Max. I'm Marta Sakari, along with Alex Naveja for tonight's matchup between San Diego 1904 FC and Detroit City FC. And this is quite a facility rad. This is the Chula Vista Elite Training Center. Definitely got to like the atmosphere we have here today.
It's very smooth. It's very professional. Despite not having any fans, we're definitely missing each and every one of you guys. For everybody out there in Detroit tuning into this one, because of the massive fan base. You and I had a conversation before going into this match, Art, that the fan base for Detroit, it is massive, and we just want to say thank you so much to everybody in the East Coast for tuning into this one. And it's going to be very exciting, you know, for Detroit City to play, first of all, against Cal United, and then to play against 1904. Somewhat of a West Coast tour, right?
Absolutely. And I remember even last year during the beginning of the spring 2020 season, you know, a lot of these Detroit City FC fans made the trip out to Southern California. So I can only imagine there's got to be some watch parties going on for this match here against San Diego 1904. But on that note, like we said, kickoff is right around, is pretty much moments away. And from the standpoint of San Diego 1904, they know they're playing the team to beat, but this has got to bring out plenty of excitement for them.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're 1904, playing against a team with a lot of experience is going to help you out in the long run. It's going to really teach you how to play the game of soccer the right way, and really it teaches you a lot of lessons when you play a team like Detroit City FC. And of course, you know, playing against a team that hasn't been beaten as the opposition, you just want to knock them down. You just want to give them that first loss. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a nice little test for both teams, if you ask me.
And earlier we talked about San Diego 1904. Only game so far this season, a 1-0 win over the LA Force. That goal was scored by Diego Esquivel. Looking at Detroit City FC, they started off with a 1-0 victory over Maryland Bobcats. And the winning goal came the 90th minute from Anthony Manning. Talk about perfect timing. They followed that up with a 1-0 win over New Amsterdam away from home. And that only goal of the game was scored by Max Todd. So what you see from this Detroit City team is that they have scored 5 goals. They have won all 3 of their matches, but all 5 of their goals have been scored by 5 different players. So talk about team effort. I don't know if this, this pretty much defines it right there.
It just shows that, again, they have so many offensive tools. It's not just turning to one guy. When you have so many guys that can score you a goal, it just goes to show you that it's very difficult to mark Detroit City FC.
And we are underway. San Diego 1904 with the opening kickoff. A little bit of physical play right from the start. Referee not blowing the whistle, saying to play on. Gotta like the start from them. Gotta like the start from the referees right away. Ozzy Ramos swinging it around. Looking for Edwin Lara. Now gets to Andrew Klashevsky. He swings it over to Dalen Cutler. And very quickly, that one having a little trouble with that. That was Lorenzo Ramirez. Ends up giving that one away. That one will be to Detroit City FC. Will be a throw-in. Now Felipe Liborio sending that one back, and San Diego immediately feeling the pressure from Detroit City FC. Detroit City not afraid to start pressing right from the start. Which one of these teams will get the control first? Better yet, which team will find that go-ahead goal?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Art. It's already looking like Wednesday night all over again. Detroit City will put some pressure on you. They're going to make it very difficult for you to breathe. They put so much pressure on Cal United on Wednesday night that it was they had to make the defenders work. They did not give them any space for the defenders to work with.
And I think it's pretty safe to say that no one was really expecting Cal United to be defeated 3-0 at home, but you've really got to say that's a testament to the quality and the teamwork of this Detroit City club.
And a little fun fact for you, Art, Cal United has never lost a match at home. They have had their victories and they've had their draws, but they've never lost a match there in Championship Stadium. So for them to lose one in their time with NISA, it's absolutely jaw-dropping.
On that note, let's see what Detroit City FC is able to do here today against San Diego 1904 here in Chula Vista. We're a few minutes in. Now it's Edwin Lara. Definitely one of the players on this San Diego team with plenty of experience. Has played for Mexico and the United States at the U17 level. And now Dalen Cutler playing today as a center back, but has that one taken away from him, sent up the field. That was Jimmy Fillerman.
And I like what they're trying to do here. They're trying to get Patricio Botello Faz, El Pato. They're trying to get him going as soon as possible, trying to strike like lightning and get the first goal of the match. I really like the aggression that Detroit City's already showing.
And that was Fillerman, you're right, sending that one up to Faz. And now off the throw-in, a turnover. Seems like neither team really able to establish that much control early on, especially in the middle third. Now Edwin Lara, he has a space. He gets to Faisal Abu Maslat. Now to Romario Lamelli. Now to Cesar Romero. Cesar Romero having a little bit of trouble with his footing. You got to say it has nothing to do with the feel here. Now Connor Rutz starting the counterattack. And Detroit City FC not looking like they're in a hurry to just push it right up the field. They do want to establish control as well. You know, we did hear that San Diego in 1904 also wanted to keep possession, but they did want to be a little bit more attack-minded today as well.
Gotta appreciate some more attack than defense. I mean, we could be expecting some fireworks today from this one, from two offensive formations.
And now Maxi Rodriguez plays it to the outside to Roderick Green. Green did not have much of an option. He plays it back to George Chomakov. Now to Anthony Manning. Back to Chomakov. And Manning not afraid to push up. And a good touch from Pato, but that one given away by Maxi Rodriguez. And even the other night against Cal United, here and there were some giveaways from Detroit City in the middle third. That's got to be something that San Diego will be keeping their eyes on for this game.
If you're 1904, you definitely needed to watch that film. You needed to watch what were the mistakes that Detroit City was making on Wednesday night. They made a couple of mistakes. There were a couple of mishandled passes. There were some mistakes that Cal United tried to capitalize on. But the biggest thing, Art, is the mighty fine goalkeeping that the goalkeeper was doing throughout the evening. So Nate Steinwasser doing an excellent job just keeping Cal United off balance throughout the whole entire night.
He did have some clutch saves, and he even made a clutch save when it was 3-0. He was pretty much sending the message, hey, I want this clean sheet. I'm not going to allow anything. And you got to like the saves he came up with. And not surprising, he was the winner of the 2019 NPSL Members Cup Golden Glove. So definitely a lot of experience in goal for Detroit City. Now Abu Maslat, a good move, getting that one to Ozzy Ramos. Is this a good opportunity for San Diego? But a little bit of traffic in the midfield, that one broken up. And back the other way come Detroit City. It's Fillerman having a little trouble getting past Ashkanov Apollon. Referee blows the whistle, will be a foul. There has been a little bit of physical play today, but for the most part, I like the way this game has started off.
So far, it's been pretty good. I mean, right now it's just playing checkers with each other, just testing out the waters right now. Nothing too serious, nothing too crazy. We've seen both of these teams trying to push to each other's side of the pitch. Nothing too crazy as of now, pressuring the goalkeepers yet.
A free kick for Detroit City FC. Just inside San Diego 1904 territory. Hard to say if this will be much of a threat, but in some ways you got to say maybe this wind could play to one of the team's advantages today, depending on how far this one floats into that penalty area. And that one does go off of the head of Roderick Green, but straight to keeper Misha Marsan. Now back the other way comes San Diego, and trying to get that one to Romario Lomelli. Still has it, doing a good job keeping control. Gets it into the center to Apollon. Now to Cesar Romero, a good one-touch. Back to Apollon. Can he get that again to Romero? He does. He turns. He shoots. And it was deflected and off the head of Lamelli and straight into the hands of Steinwasser. And that was a good opportunity for San Diego to take the lead. But look back at that deflection. That might have saved the goal.
That was Matthew Lewis on that deflection right there. That's the one right there. Got it with the left foot, was able to get a major deflection right there. As you talked about it, it could have been 1-0, but again, this defense for Detroit City, it's a tough one to crack. It's not an easy task.
And now back the other way, maybe an opportunity for Detroit City, but so far you've got to like that build-up play and that teamwork from San Diego as they came very close to getting a lead. And like you said, Matt Lewis making the plays that count. I mean, like they say with pretty much many sports, it's a game of inches.
Absolutely. Every inch is important, and especially in a match like this. You don't want to give up as many inches as possible. One mistake can really be the difference maker of this match.
Now Edwin Lara, we've heard his name plenty of times today. He gets it to Ozzy Ramos. Ramos plays it back to Dalen Cutler. Cutler switching the field immediately to Faisal Abu Maslat. Back to Lara. Lara did not have much of an option, but definitely comfortable in getting it to Ozzy Ramos. Now Lorenzo Ramirez. Now a long cross from Ashkenov Apollon. Abu Maslat does keep it in. Did not show that he was panicking. Now Lomeli. Back to Lara. Lomeli once again. You gotta like that quick touch. San Diego asking for a foul. Referee didn't see any reason to blow the whistle. After the clearance headed away by Klashevsky. A lot of traffic in the midfield. Who's going to be able to get onto this one? Lorenzo Ramirez Jr. at the end. At the end of all that gets it to Dalen Cutler. And Cutler wanting to get that one to Apollon, but did not really get the amount of strength he wanted on that pass.
Absolutely. Again, it's just really going to come down to 1904 just little by little having to work it. Have to keep the possession strong, have to continue to push forward and try to keep it on the Detroit City side of the pitch.
And a great move by Abu Maslat. He's been dangerous today. A shot from Cesar Romero. Kind of a strange one at the moment, to be honest. It seemed like he was right about to pull the trigger. Not sure if he was expecting someone to break towards the far post, but didn't get too much on that one.
Didn't look like he really got much of a shot on there, but again, he's trying to put some pressure on the goalkeeper. I mean, Steinwasser, this is a guy that had a pretty relaxing evening once again on Wednesday. We talked about it. He had some pretty key saves throughout the match, but again, you got to start somewhere as far as trying to put the pressure on Steinwasser and let him know, hey, it's going to be a tough night tonight.
And a through ball from Fillerman, but the offside flag comes up. And that was Connor Rutz who was trying to beat that offside trap. Gotta like the disciplined defense from that San Diego 1904 backline, consisting of Dalen Cutler, Andrew Klashevsky, and Edwin Lara. And there are a few players on this San Diego team in particular, Ozzy Ramos, Felipe Liborio, and Dalen Cutler, who previously had played for ASC San Diego, a very well-known club out here in the San Diego area, and with an academy that's very well known. So there is obviously a lot of talent from this Southern California area.
There's definitely a lot of talent coming in, and one thing that when we were talking with Coach earlier, he was talking about that they are very interested in the Chula Vista talent that's here, really taking a look at the young kids that come and practice and train, and it's definitely something brewing for their future.
And it was Dalen Cutler on that one. Now, did get through for a moment. Lomeli, for a moment, maybe he was thinking he had a free shot on goal, but he actually was whistled for the foul. But prior to that foul, you gotta like that long ball and the vision of Dalen Cutler. He definitely knows what he's doing. He's a player that Detroit City really has to tighten up on.
That's a mistake right there for Detroit City. Even though there was no goal there, you let him loose. You just allowed him to unleash what he's capable of here. And if you're Detroit City, how about you don't let that happen once again? Because if you do that again, he may not have mercy on you, and you may be looking at a 1-0 deficit.
Surely head coach of Detroit City FC, Trevor James, will be keeping an eye on that when he talks to his men in the locker rooms at halftime. And Trevor James, no stranger to this sport, has had a coaching stint with Ipswich Town and was also a former assistant to Bobby Robson. And that's a name football fans just will always know immediately, especially football fans in England. And we are just a little over 10 minutes into this one. Still scoreless between San Diego 1904 and Detroit City FC. I'm Ardif Takari, along with Alex Aveja, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play via TVE Max on My Cujo. This is NISA soccer at its finest. Now Felipe Liborio calmly plays it back to Dalen Cutler. Now Klashevsky feeling the pressure. Like I said earlier, this Detroit City team is not afraid to press. Now Abu Maslat has had some good moves so far in this match. Dangerous on the left flank. He really, especially in those 1v1 situations, you got to see if he's going to be one of the players that will create another scoring opportunity for San Diego.
Scoring opportunity, and if you're Detroit City FC, this might be the guy that you want to put an extra body on and not allow him to get any looks. I mean, if he's doing great 1v1, you maybe this is a guy that you want to definitely keep a sharp eye on and shut him down.
Now Liborio gets it back to Cutler. Cutler definitely comfortable with the room he has at times. But overall, aside from that one scoring opportunity earlier a few minutes ago, there's not been so many clear-cut scoring opportunities. Both teams doing a good job playing disciplined defense. Now it's Klashevsky. And Ego really comfortable at times playing the long ball. You have to wonder if they might change that up a few times. Now Cutler trying to step in. Now Liborio. Is this another opportunity for San Diego? Now it's Lomeli. Lomeli was going to the left, now cuts it back to the right, turns it around, gets it to Cesar Romero. Maybe Romero might want to take a shot. He does. That one looks like it went off of Anthony Manning. Cleared back the other way. Will this be the counterattack opportunity that Detroit has been waiting for? It's Pato. He cuts it back. Gotta like that tackle from Klashevsky. Definitely nothing for Detroit fans to be upset about there. Sometimes it's easy to complain and say, hey, where's that penalty? But you gotta like the defense from Klashevsky.
Clean slide tackle, if you ask me. Still, nothing too crazy worth blowing the whistle for. I mean, we've seen just a little bit of nice aggression from both of these teams, but nothing too serious.
Now Edwin Lara had it for a moment. Was trying to push it up. Did not like what he saw. Instead decides to switch the field. Now it's Ashkenov Apollon playing it back to Liborio. Liborio looking for Romero, and that one headed away by Matt Lewis. Will be a throw-in for San Diego. Edwin Lara taking the throw-in from Abu Maslat. Now to Ozzy Ramos, back to Lara. And definitely got to keep your eyes on those midfielders who are really pulling the strings and doing a lot of the dirty work for San Diego. And of course, I'm talking about Felipe Liborio and Ozzy Ramos.
Those are two names that you definitely have to keep your eye out on. Not just the forwards for 1904, but these guys in previous matches, they definitely have some offensive threats. So Detroit City FC, the list just continues with some of the names that you have to look out for.
And that one broken up by Maxi Rodriguez. Momentarily went to Max Todd. Now to Chomakov, to Manning. Now Stephen Carroll, the captain of Detroit City FC. Plenty of experience. Comes from Ireland. Actually had a stint with Cork City in Ireland, and he's a player that's very well respected. Everyone knows very well, and he can score, he can defend. Bottom line, he's a very good leader on this pitch.
Absolutely, he really has been helping out this squad. I mean, with the experience that he possesses, as you were talking about it before, in the Legends Cup, just carrying this team into being the champions of the Legends Cup, it's really has shown here on the pitch.
And Rodriguez possibly trying to get that one to Pato Faz. And that one going straight to the keeper, Misha Marsan. Now Marsan looking for an option. He's got Lara. And it's this kind of pressing that Detroit City does, where sometimes, from the standpoint of San Diego 1904 supporters, it's one of those moments you're thinking, okay, just, get this ball out of there. But at the same time, I like the way San Diego's been playing today. They're playing disciplined, they're calm, they're not showing any bit of, nervousness.
It's actually been really nice, really relaxing. No sense of urgency for 1904 early on in this match, just playing some clean defense and making Detroit City work for them to be able to get to the 1904 side of the pitch.
And if you want to bring in fatigue in this situation, as you said, Detroit City played the other night. They played, they played more games than San Diego. San Diego only played one game, so you kind of want to say San Diego, maybe in better shape, should be the team to come out on top. But they've also played, maybe might be a little rusty when you talk about how they've not played as much as Detroit City.
Absolutely. And I mean, going into this match as well, they are low on some guys. So going into this match, they're really going to have to stretch out the minutes and really hoping that the squad that they have out on the pitch today, they're going to be able to produce.
And now not able to clear on the throw-in. And that one going a little bit over the bar. Got to like the thinking from George Chomakov. And probably, I would say, maybe the little first bit of kind of shaky play from San Diego 1904. But fortunately for them, that one going well over the bar. Now they have a goal kick.
There it is. It was Maximiliano Rodriguez who was trying to come up with a shot there. And I just want to recap that on the Wednesday's match. The dagger that Rodriguez came up with, it was a corner kick for Detroit City FC, and it was just brilliant. Before going into the 18-yard box, it was Rodriguez just trying to make some communication. Then as soon as a corner kick was made, came in with a header and just finished it 3-0. Just a brilliant header by Rodriguez. Can't emphasize that enough.
And not just that from Detroit, and obviously great, that was a huge goal from Detroit City, but what about the goal right before the end of the half from Connor Rutz? Whenever you get in those last few minutes of the half, it's those moments you're saying, hey, got to finish the half strong, we got to be careful. But Connor Rutz, that was perfect timing for that score.
You couldn't have said that even better, Art, as that one was 1-0. Cal United still feeling, okay, we could come back from a 1-0. And we're going to go into the half. We're going to go into the halftime. We're going to go into the locker rooms. We'll be able to think of a game plan to come back. Then, I don't know, where Connor Rutz comes in, slide tackles it in, gets that one by the goalkeeper, and just makes it an even tougher task for Cal United. It was a very tough night for Cal United. They just did not have an answer for Detroit City that night.
Now back the other way, a throw-in for Detroit City. Roderick Green getting involved a bit more. He's one of the players tonight in the starting lineup that was not in the lineup the other night against Cal United. Now, Roderick Green ends up getting it back. Rodriguez with the quick touch. Looking for Connor Rutz. Was not able to keep it in. Someone was waiting for a whistle. And at the end, it looks like it's going to end up being a free kick for Detroit City. I think you got the San Diego sideline not too happy with that call.
Absolutely. This is a free kick that's going to be pretty close. This could look very nice for Detroit City. This could be a recipe for success for them here.
And Ozzy Ramos was whistled. Guess you kept looking at the replay, can't be too surprised. He was playing that one while he was basically staying on the ground. Referee did not hesitate there. Let's see how Max Todd does with this free kick. From here, you got to assume he's going to be trying to swing this in, hoping for someone to get the hit on it. And here it comes. It looks like that might be an easy one for Marsan, and he did get it. But when it comes to those free kicks, when you're in that no man's land, that ball's floating up there. It's sometimes one of those moments where you're wondering what's going to happen. But one thing for sure you could say about this San Diego keeper is that Misha Marsan definitely confident, and he knows what he's doing in his area.
Oh, he's got some great experience. He's going to definitely be an amazing goalkeeper for 1904 this year.
And now here comes Ashkenov Apollon, still having possession. Was he the last one to touch it? No, says the linesman on the far side, and it will be a corner kick for San Diego 1904.
This will be the first one of the match for 1904. They're definitely trying to look for some opportunities, just looking to continue to knock on the door. They already had one opportunity where they started slamming on the door, but it was a rude welcoming for Detroit City.
Now the corner kick for 1904. Are they going to play it short? Or is Edwin Lara going to be taking it? And yes, he is. The left back. Will he be able to whip this one in with his left foot? And here it comes from Lara. That one going off. That one cleared out off the leg of Carroll. Lomelli plays it back to Klishevsky. Back to the other side. to Cutler, and Cutler giving that one away to Rodriguez. Now to Roderick Green. Is this going to be a really good opportunity for Detroit? I mean, those giveaways in the midfield are definitely something that San Diego will want to decrease. But with that foul taking place, that definitely slowed down any kind of potential Detroit attack. Now sitting down the field, will that one be able to be kept in? It looks like it was. And going across the penalty area, now Roderick Green trying to control it. He does. Can he cross it? He does, but that one pushed out of bounds. And that'll be now a corner kick for Detroit City. So just from one side of the field to the other, now it's Detroit City that has a chance to take the lead.
Wow, what a blink of an eye that was. I mean, just the attack right then and there. I mean, it started off with Carroll just trying to come up with a free kick right there in midfield, and just like lightning, just everything happened so quick with the save from Green and then trying to get something going in the 18-yard box.
Now it's time for the corner kick. What can Detroit City do here? This one could be trouble. That one headed out, but inbounds. And almost trying to keep it in. It looks like it was Max Todd. He had it for a moment, but thanks to that challenge from Cesar Romero, at the last moment, went off of Max Todd, throw in for San Diego.
Big time stop right there for 1904. If you didn't get that stop right then and there, it would still be looking like trouble for 1904. Detroit City was still knocking on the door, still looking for that opportunity.
And last year, when I got to call a game between Detroit City FC and LA Force, Detroit came away with a 2-0 victory, and that was, of course, over at Cal State LA. Now that 2-0 win, one of those goals came off a set piece, off a free kick. The other one off a counterattack. So that's where you definitely see how dangerous Detroit City could be on set pieces and counterattacks. And San Diego's got to be really careful to not give up any silly fouls in dangerous areas. And now Edwin Lara. Now it's Ashkenov Apollon. All over the field today at times. Edwin Lara. It's going to be tough for him to turn the corner, but still he brings it back. Trying to get to Cesar Romero, but a good defensive play. Now Ramos chipping it into the penalty area. Headed away by Manning and cleared by Fillerman. Obviously trying to get it to Pato Faz, but not a lot he can do when he's surrounded by so many other dark shirts. Sent the other way. An easy one for Nate Steinwasher.
I like what 1904 was trying to do. I mean, they were trying to get some clean passes, trying to look for the window of opportunity, just trying to continue on, inching closer and closer into the 18-yard box. But again, it just seems like Detroit City has an answer every time that 1904 tries to come up with an attack.
Now Connor Rutz does a good job getting that one to Fillerman. Fillerman with the cross. Cleared out momentarily by Shane Klashevsky. That will be a throw-in for Detroit City deep in San Diego territory. Ball is back in play. Rutz momentarily had his back to the goal. Now here's the cross. Can Marsan get it? That one was sailing. They were expecting to go out of bounds, and it did. And it will be a goal kick for San Diego. But for that moment, when you saw that cross, you're kind of wondering, okay, where is that ball going? Is this going to be one of those dangerous ones? I mean, and in a game like this with this kind of wind, at times when you're that keeper, wondering where that ball is, that's not always the best feeling.
No, absolutely. The wind could definitely have a factor on those crosses right then and there. But fortunate enough, mighty fine goalkeeping there for 1904, maintaining control of this match. Still at goose eggs here at this one.
It still is 0-0, as you just said. Now that goal kick by Marsan. That one sailing out of bounds. Throw-in for Detroit City. Roderick Green looking for an option. Still Green gets to Max Todd. Todd calmly controlling that one, getting it to Rodriguez. They switch the field to Carroll. Now Manning to Chomakov. Back to Manning. Now Connor Rutz looking for Pato Faz. Was not able to get it to him, but he does get to it very soon after. Switching it around, Detroit City always doing a good job keeping possession. Matt Lewis sending it towards Fillerman. He is able to keep it in bounds, and for a moment got it through the legs of Apollon. And that did take a deflection. That will be another corner for Detroit City. So we're seeing a little bit more pressure, and Detroit City definitely picking up the pace in terms of controlling the ball more and creating more opportunities.
They're trying to take advantage of every opportunity that 1904 is pitching to them. They just continue to look for it, and little by little, we could be seeing a difference, and one of the goose eggs could be cracked in this first half.
Roderick Green once again to take the corner. Here it comes. And Rodriguez did get his head on the ball, but that one went a little high and wide. We remain scoreless, but Detroit City FC definitely knocking on the door.
Was looking like that goal number 3 from Wednesday night. I mean, upset at himself after getting the header off. Definitely upset. Had a couple of words to himself, trying to mentally get ready. Hey, the next opportunity you get, you can't blow it.
You know, it's a free header, and when you talk about these professionals, who have that knack for scoring, who have that killer instinct, when you get that free header, you always saying to yourself, this one's going to go to the back of the net. Naturally, it doesn't always work that way, but Rodriguez definitely got himself in position to do something with that, and I'm sure he's probably saying to himself, next time he's going to find the back of the net if he gets that opportunity again.
And again, that's not an opportunity you get every day. It's very limited, very rare opportunities that you get right then and there.
And the flag came up actually for offside. Looks like Romario Lamelli was a little surprised about the whistle. For a moment, looks like Matt Lewis was going to take the free kick, but instead Steinwasser tells him to just go up the field, and he wants to boot this one out of here. And that ball sailing a little longer in the wind. Edwin Lara trying to play it to the outside to Abu Maslat. Was unable to, and you gotta like that really nice slide tackle from Romario Lamelli. It was basically a perfect slide tackle. Was trying to play it up top to Cesar Romero. Was not able to get to it. Now back the other way. Is this the chance for Detroit City FC? Foz does play it to the outside towards Fillerman. Now it's Todd with a shot. Did not get very much on that. An easy one for Misha Marsan, but you got to say that was definitely a decent opportunity for Detroit.
Attacking very quickly right then and there. You see, you get rid of it right there. The shot, again, it's not the best quality of shots, but you have to appreciate the ball movement that Detroit City is getting in that 18-yard box.
We have played 30 minutes of soccer tonight. Between San Diego 1904 and Detroit City FC, we remain scoreless. We are live at the Chula Vista Elite Training Center in Chula Vista, California. I'm Ardith Takari, along with Alex Naveja, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play on Mycujo via TVE Max. This is NISA Soccer at its finest. Dalen Cutler looking for Cesar Romero. Was not really able to get it to where he wanted that ball to be. I know sometimes I might be repeating myself a bit, but it seems like we will be talking about the wind on more than one occasion tonight, especially with this wind picking up, to be honest. Cleared the other way off the head of Ramos, headed down by Roderick Green, and trying to get to Max Todd, but instead, back the other way comes San Diego, and now it was Abu Maslat trying to get it to Felipe Liborio, back the other way. Perhaps almost it was Fillerman who could have got to that, but Dalen Cutler calmly playing it back to Misha Marsan and cleared. So a little bit of back and forth so far with these two teams. Easy call for the official as Anthony Manning gets a little bit too much on Ashkenov Apollon from behind. Free kick for San Diego 1904.
There were a couple of sloppy plays as now there's a yellow card given here, and it looks like it is by Patricio Botello Faz, who did get the yellow card. So first one issued in the match, but there was a couple of sloppy passes by both teams. Not exactly how you want to go down as this first half continues to go later and later, but continuing on with this first half, you want to play a little cleaner as far as cleaner passes, trying to look for the open man in a better way. One mistake could be the difference maker.
You gotta like the quick teamwork from Ashkenov Apollon and Romario Lamelli. Now played back to Ozzy Ramos, trying to get it towards Lamelli once again. San Diego looking to do everything they can to try and get on the board, and it would be perfect for them to score a goal and take the lead and put some pressure on Detroit City. Back the other way, Rodriguez to Green. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez calmly gets it back to his captain, Stephen Carroll. Now it's Anthony Manning. Ball finds its way to George Chomakov. Fillerman on the left wing side. 33 minutes in, still scoreless. Pato Vaz plays it to the outside to Fillerman. The cross looking for Connor Rutz. Does get it off his head, but just goes a bit wide. That'll be a goal kick for San Diego. And it looks like, you know, a lot of the attack and movement coming from the left side for Detroit City FC. You gotta like their build-up play and the teamwork.
This left side really has been working for Detroit City. They've been getting a lot of great looks. They just missed Max Todd, not by a whole bunch. Todd was just missed the ball by a couple of inches, but had he been there, I think we'd be looking at a 1-0 match already.
Edwin Lara cutting it inside, playing as a left back, but at times even sometimes looking like a defensive midfielder. Now it goes to the winger, Apollon. Apollon looks like for a moment he wanted to send that one to the penalty area. Instead plays it back to Lara. Now it's Romario Lomelli to Klashevsky. Back to Lomelli. Not much of an option. And those three footballers in the back line for San Diego definitely been doing a good job today, playing very disciplined. Lara, Klashevsky, and Dalen Cutler. And of course, when it comes to the defensive midfielders, like I said earlier, Felipe Liborio and Ozzy Ramos definitely busy all the time tonight. And now that's a good ball to Apollon. He sends that across to Abu Maslat. Can he shoot it? He does. That one going off the head of Rodriguez. And looks like that one was cleared by Roderick Green. Not a surprise that he was looking for Pato Faz. But that one goes out of bounds, and it's a throw-in for San Diego deep in their own territory.
Continuing right there, 1904. It's those defenders just continuing to do a good job reading these shots and not giving a whole lot of space for 1904 to really get a shot off and give the pressure to Steinwasser. Steinwasser, once again, his defenders really do have his back.
Now it's Abu Maslat. Gets it to Lara. Tried to cross it, but that one going off of Roderick Green will be a corner kick for San Diego. And like you said earlier, there have been these opportunities for San Diego. But you've got to love the way that these Detroit City players sacrifice themselves, knowing how to be in the right place at the right time. I mean, we know the truth. Nate Steinwasser is a very good keeper, but he knows he's also got some great defenders in front of him. And here comes the corner. An in-swinger. And Steinwasser did not get too much on it. Now Anthony Manning, kicking it high in the air, had a little bit of trouble with it for a moment. Now Pato Faz trying to get past Ozzy Ramos. Now the ball finds its way to Maxi Rodriguez. And Edwin Lara able to take that one away and plays it all the way back to his keeper, Marsan. And of course, with Maxi Rodriguez, he has plenty of professional experience playing with Richmond Kickers and also San Antonio FC. Definitely one of the really good midfielders for Detroit. Now we will have a booking here for San Diego, and that will be a yellow card to one of the defenders, Klashevsky. So Andrew Klashevsky gets himself in the book in the 35th minute. Pretty easy call in my opinion, from the official.
Definitely, you take a look at this replay right here. There was clearly some intent there. It didn't look like he was trying to go for the ball there, but that's already two yellow cards for 1904. Gotta be careful, take it easy. The last thing you would need is be short of a guy.
Ball's back in play after that yellow card. In the last 10 minutes of the first half, it's still scoreless between the home team, San Diego 1904 FC, and Detroit City. It's these last few minutes, it's these last 10 minutes of the half that are extremely crucial. I mean, I think it's safe to say that both teams, I don't think they have the attitude where they want to go into the half scoreless, but they would accept that if that was the worst case scenario.
Absolutely. If you know you can keep it the way 0-0, I mean, and especially a team playing against Detroit City FC, I think you'd rather take that than allowing them to go into the half or finishing up the half with a 1-goal lead.
And that ball played deep towards Fillerman, but the flag does come up. Offside go Detroit City FC. Free kick for San Diego. And we're looking at the formation, the personnel of this Detroit City team. Of course, that back line always busy, but plenty of experience with Anthony Manning, Stephen Carroll, and Matt Lewis. And Anthony Manning actually was selected in the 2015 MLS Super Draft and spent some time with Portland Timbers too. He also had a stint with Indy 11 and also has played overseas in Sweden with Motala. And that ball momentarily got to Cesar Romero, was not able to keep control. And now looking for Lorenzo Ramirez, but he was unable to keep it in. And Lorenzo Ramirez is one of the players on this San Diego team that has experience coming up through Tijuana at the U20 level in Mexico.
That's a guy that I definitely want to see him get some more touches. He needs to be incorporated more into this match. This has been very tough to really get him going with the tight defense that Detroit City has, and really not giving too many opportunities for 1904, their forwards, or even their strikers.
Now back the other way, can Apollon get something going? And he does draw a whistle and free kick for San Diego. And it seems like every time Ashkenov Apollon gets the ball, we're always talking about him either getting past his player, sending a ball in, or getting fouled. Definitely a dangerous winger on that right side today for San Diego 1904. Ozzy Ramos had it for a moment, tried to get through a lot of traffic, was not able to, but the ball finds its way to Romario Lomelli. Now Liborio to Cutler. Now to Apple on that one, taken away nicely. Gotta like the play from Anthony Fillerman. From Jimmy Fillerman. Throwing for Detroit City. Manning. And that's a good ball. You gotta like that one to Pato Faz. The flag did stay down. Can he turn and shoot? He's got some players on him. He does take a shot, but did not get the best shot he wanted to get on that one. But definitely a good opportunity for Detroit. But that flag stayed down. For a moment, you thought that was the opportunity for Detroit to take the lead and for Pato Faz to add to his goal tally on this season.
That's a blown opportunity, if you ask me, for 1904. That was definitely 1 second away from being able to get that one behind the nets. And again, it's Detroit City just continuously being persistent, looking for these opportunities, knocking on the door, and of course, almost mishandling the ball was Misha Marsan.
And now back the other way, can Romero keep it in? He was not able to. Easy call for the official, goes out of bounds, will be a goal kick for Detroit City. But that build-up play, for a moment, that it was looking like something good for San Diego 1904. Really liked that ball that was played from Shane Klashevsky. And that teamwork between him, Romario Lomelli, and Faisal Abu Maslah, they definitely have that great teamwork going on that side, on the left side of the field. And this, that build-up play led to that opportunity for Romero. Unfortunately for him, put that one a little too far in front of him and was not able to keep it in bounds. Cleared the other way and also able to keep that one in bounds. That was Edwin Lara. Now this ball, will that be trouble? Connor Rutz, of course, always a dangerous player, and Shane Klashevsky not wasting any time in clearing that one out of bounds. But it is a throw-in for Detroit City deep in San Diego territory. Roderick Green took the throw-in himself and got it back after he had a little exchange, give and go with Max Todd. Matt Lewis switches the field to Anthony Manning. Now it's George Chomakov. And Chomakov, actually a native of Bulgaria. He's played a decent amount of games with Detroit City FC. Roderick Green, gotta like that touch. Sends that one into the penalty area. It was a good ball, but that one's held. It kept a little high, kept a little long in the air, floating that one high. That one, easy one for Misha Marsan, but gotta like the calm and confident play from Roderick Green.
Roderick Green's been doing an excellent job trying to set up the cross and looking for Patricio Botello Faz, really trying to get him active as much as possible because he knows the deadly threat that Botello Faz possesses, and really trying to test out the goalkeeper as well. It's Misha Marsan. He's been put with a lot of pressure in this match.
We're getting closer to the end of the first half. We're in the 43rd minute of play, still scoreless between San Diego 1904 and Detroit City. I'm Art Takari along with Alex Naveja, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play. This is NISA Soccer, brought to you on Maicujo via TVE Max. Now Maxi Rodriguez, time is winding down in this first half. But clearly Detroit City not in the mood just to go into the half scoreless. They're gonna do everything they can to find that goal in such a crucial time, and take that momentum with them. A lot of time left to be played, but you got to assume San Diego's gonna do everything they can to tighten up even more with these final minutes of the half.
With the way Detroit City FC plays, this is still plenty of time for them to make something happen here in this first half. I know we're just a minute or two away from this one coming to an end, the first half, but again, we've seen it throughout this evening. And
a long ball, will that be trouble for Marsan? He does get to it, but it looked like it could have been trouble for a moment, and we've been seeing that throughout the night. And Jimmy Fillerman has been dangerous tonight, whether he's been crossing the ball or trying to break towards the ball in the San Diego penalty area. Dalen Cutler being confident with a nice fake, gets that one to Romario Lomelli. Now it's Ramos to Lara. Still Lara back to Ramos. Can Ramos thread the needle to Abu Maslat? That's who he wanted to get it to, but Roderick Green doing a great job shielding the ball, but now loses that one. Abu Maslat had it for a moment. And this is a battle you really have got to be enjoying so far. Roderick Green and Faisal Abu Maslat. That one cleared. Did go off of Abu Maslat. Will be a throw-in for Detroit City deep in their own territory. But, you got to like that battle between these two.
That's nice to look at there. A couple of shoulder tackles right there. Abu Maslat continuously battling it out, keeping the possession, and just making him work. Giving him the opportunity for 1904. Give him the ball more, give him some more touches, and let him get to work and do his thing.
Roderick Green with the throw-in, wanting to launch this one as far as he can. Going off the chest of Ramos. Ball finds its way back to Cutler and Klashevsky. Knows he's got his keeper, Marsan, behind him. That's who he plays it to. Marsan clears it, looking for Apollon. Was a little too high. Fillerman did keep it in momentarily, and the fourth official has held that side. There'll be 1 minute of stoppage time. So it's this last minute that's going to be really crucial. Naturally, I think it's easy for us to say that we're likely going to be going to the half scoreless, but you never know what could happen. Now Ramos trying to get to that one. Connor Rutz able to break that one up. Now Rodriguez to Rutz. And Rutz wisely playing it to the outside towards Fillerman. Max Todd got to it for a moment. You could even see Max Todd asking for a handball possibly. No VAR here, so of course that's all taken care of. Now headed away, and now the ball definitely got to Roderick Green. He did get his head on it. Cleared out at the last moment. And wow. How close was Detroit City to taking the lead? I'm not 100% sure that ball was going to be going in, but it was dangerously close.
That really was it's like giving a lollipop to a little kid, then saying, no, it's mine again, and keeping it just 0-0 still. Just they were seconds away from getting their first goal.
And we do have a corner kick for Detroit City. This will likely be the last opportunity of the half. And Marsan missed that one. Let's see what's going to happen this time. A header and a goal! Just like that! And Detroit City FC takes the lead in stoppage time. The corner kick from Max Todd. And that one headed home by Anthony Manning. The referee blows the final whistle. Talk about perfect timing It cannot get any more perfect than that. Detroit City FC leads 1-0, and this is the score going into the halftime locker room.
Another clutch goal for Detroit City FC this season in the final moments of a match, final moments of a half, and the corner kicks definitely were getting very deadly, and they were finding these opportunities with these corner kicks, and they looked brilliant as far as headers are concerned. There was one header missed opportunity by Maximiliano Rodriguez. I mean, take a look at this replay once again of that corner. Just read nicely there by Anthony Manning. He was there. And you know what? The one thing we did not talk about in this first half, Art, is the length, the height that Detroit City has. That is an advantage that they have over 1904. Multiple players and the 6 foot height, 6 foot range, definitely giving them those opportunities. And one player, Anthony Manning, having that high opportunity, that height advantage on those corner kicks. Going into the second half, those corner kicks are going to be very, very essential.
And as we were getting close to the end of the first half, we were talking about how San Diego was doing things well. And don't get me wrong, they have been playing a solid game today, but the ball, that last attack that led to that corner kick, I mean, Marsan was a little bit out of position, and you talked about how that went out of bounds for a corner. Okay, they dodged the bullet. Not really, because it was a corner kick, and Anthony Manning ends up heading that one home, a free header. Marsan was basically helpless. And what about Anthony Manning? His second goal of the season, like we said earlier, he scored the goal to beat Maryland Bobcats 1-0. That came in the 90th minute. He really has a knack for scoring at the most crucial times, and here he is scoring the only goal of the game so far in stoppage time in the first half. Detroit City FC has a 1-0 lead. They've got to be feeling not just good, they've got to be feeling great.
Especially, there's just perfect timing right there, and it was Detroit City throughout the first half. They were looking very solid. They were looking very great in the 18-yard box, making these opportunities for themselves, and they looked very good, but not perfect if you ask me. There were still some mistakes that they were making, and they have to quiet down 1904 going into the second half and not allow them to get any opportunities.
You could talk about some things that they were not doing so well at. You could talk about the things they weren't doing that great with, but the bottom line is, at this halftime, having 1-0 lead, they'll be glad to talk about the things they need to work on with a 1-goal advantage. Welcome back for the second half. This is NISA Soccer between the home team San Diego 1904 and Detroit City FC. And it is a 1-0 lead for Detroit City FC, with the only goal of the game coming so far from Anthony Manning in stoppage time of the first half. I'm Ardef Dakari along with Alex Naveja. Proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play on Maicujo via TVE Max. We're just about ready for the start of the second half.
I'm looking forward for the second half, really. It's going to be very interesting. See how 1904 is going to attack in this second half. They did make a substitution. Dolan Cutler not in the match anymore. It is Eder Areola who comes on from the bench.
And not just Eder Areola coming on for Dalen Cutler, but also seeing Ivan Garduno coming on for Faisal Abu Maslat. So a couple of changes made from San Diego 1904 head coach Scott Morrison. Now, how will these changes change things? How will these substitutions change things up for San Diego 1904? In all honesty, for me, it's kind of hard to see these, to wonder why these changes were made. I mean, it was basically scoreless practically the entire first half, except for that goal that came in stoppage time. But at the same time, I'm not here to make those judgments. Obviously, San Diego trying to change things up. They're going to be probably pushing more players forward to get that equalizer.
They have to be more aggressive in this match like this. Detroit City looked very good in this first half. 1904 didn't have very many opportunities, but they really do have to push more forward. They have to be more aggressive, and they really have to find a way to get through those defensemen.
And with those changes, looks like Edwin Lara has been switched to the right side of the field as a right back. And can't be surprised with Eder Areola coming on, playing he's normally used as a left back or a left winger. Now San Diego not wasting any time to get this half started. Now a long shot taken, takes a deflection afterwards, maybe a chance for Romario Lamelli. But that one taken away. It was probably have a chance at best for a moment, but now San Diego 1904 definitely knocking on the door. Will they be able to find that score? And Laborio did take that shot for a moment. He was deflected. Now back the other way with Detroit City on the move. A foul committed will be a free kick for Detroit City FC. Wondering if the referee was getting ready to take out that yellow card and possibly put Cesar Romero in the book, but looks like he's just giving him a verbal warning instead.
I say there was a foul that needed to be made there. If you don't stop Patricio Botello Faz, he's definitely going to go take it all the way, and it would have smelled like trouble.
Just a few minutes into the second half, Detroit City FC leading 1-0 against San Diego 1904. And like we've been talking about, Detroit City FC definitely the team to beat in NISA. Not only have they won all their games, but they have yet to concede a goal. And this has got to be some kind of stat. This has got to be a stat where San Diego's really thinking, hey, we got to finally score on this team and just, get on the board as well in this game. Now a long free kick. And a little bit, it looks scary for a moment. Misha Marsan did get a hand on that one. Easy call for the official as there was a little bit of contact. Free kick for San Diego. And for a moment, it looked like we almost had a dangerous play as well. Ozzy Ramos gets it to Eder Areola. And Areola trying to switch the field. That one goes straight off the head of the goal scorer, Anthony Manning. Steinwasser, quick to clear it. Going off the head of Pato Faz. Cleared by Klashevsky. Now Rodriguez. That was Chobakov, then to Rodriguez, looking for Connor Rutz. Klashevsky again. Now can Garduno get something going down the right side of the field? That ball did last go off of Max Todd. Will be a throw-in for San Diego. Felipe Liborio had it for a moment. Instead, throw-in taken by Edwin Lara. Now Klashevsky plays it to Eder Areola. Areola could always be dangerous down the left side with his speed and, of course, with his left foot, whipping the balls into the penalty area. Ball finds its way back to Areola. Now to Liborio. Liborio does get that one to Garduno. He does bring it down, fakes it, tries to cross it. Not able to get past, not able to turn the corner at that last moment. Now Liborio with the cross. That one hit it away for a moment. And now a shot. That one taken by Ramos. And a nice save by Nate Steinwasser. You gotta like San Diego pulling the trigger from outside the penalty area.
Really liked that shot there by Ozzy Ramos, having to unleash it there, and they have to put some sort of pressure on Nathan Steinwasser. Steinwasser has not been put to the test in this one. That was a great save by Steinwasser, and as you said earlier in the broadcast, Art, this is a brilliant goalkeeper, so you're really going to have to dig deeper to get something past Steinwasser.
But at the same time, you also got to like the thinking from San Diego 1904, and that back line for Detroit is very tough to beat, so you can't be surprised when you see them pulling the trigger from long range. Now, will they be able to get that goal? And you always got to like the thinking of testing a keeper from long range. Now back the way, maybe another chance for Detroit. Max Todd with the cross, a shot in front of the goal, and it's Detroit City up 2-0 just like that. And this time it's Connor Rutz to finish it off. And it just seems like out of nowhere, that opportunity came. And now Detroit City FC with a comfortable lead, leading 2-0. That goal coming in the 51st minute.
Another goal, the second one of the week there for Connor Rutz. This guy is just unstoppable, just finding ways of scoring and just coming in out of nowhere. As you said it right then and there. Wednesday, coming out of the frame out of nowhere. Today, now coming out of nowhere. You can't even see him in the screen. But then the pass right there, perfectly placed for Detroit City.
And you got to like that ball from Fillerman, getting it to Max Todd. And Max Todd, what a great team player he is. Not showing any bit of selfishness whatsoever with a perfect cross, perfect finish from Connor Rutz. Detroit City FC with a 2-0 lead. They've got to be feeling good now. And how is this going to change things with this game? Are we going to see San Diego push up even more? I mean, they're going to have no choice if they want to try to find a way to score. But pushing up is also going to leave them vulnerable on counterattacks as well. But I think when you're down 2-0, they have no choice but to take more chances.
At this point, you got to think more offensively, and you really do have to think, hey, we need to get back into this match. We need to take it one goal at a time. Still plenty of time left to play, but in this situation, you really do need to think offensively.
It looks like temper's flaring a little bit. Now it's Max Todd of Detroit City FC going into the book in the 52nd minute. A free kick now for San Diego, 1904. Edwin Lara to take the free kick. Bottom line is there's plenty of time left in this game. But I would say from the standpoint of San Diego 1904, they really need to find a goal as soon as possible. And here it comes from Lara. Will this be trouble for Steinwasser? Looks like Rutz got his head on that one. A shot from outside. Not too much trouble. Goes out of bounds for a goal kick for Detroit City FC.
And once again, we talked about it going into the halftime where height definitely is a huge factor in a match like this. Detroit City has that advantage. They've got a lot of lengthy, a lot of tall guys. And when you look at their defense, they're all full of taller guys, and unfortunately, 1904, not exactly having guys that are 6 foot being able to have that same height as Detroit City.
Now off that goal kick, Rodriguez got to touch on it for a moment. Looks like Rodriguez went down. Behind the play, Detroit City was asking for a foul. Ariola sending it down the field, but that one going straight to one of the center backs, Matt Lewis. Rutz looking for it. Looks like he might have banged heads with Eder Ariola. Referee says to play on. Game is getting a little bit more physical. And behind the play, looks like the referee did choose to play the advantage, but it will be a free kick for Detroit City.
Game is definitely getting choppy. You can see tempers really are flaring here in this one. And of course, these are two very talented squads that are really just trying to leave everything out in the pitch this evening. And it's really has been interesting. Let's see how the refs are going to control the choppiness.
And the games get chippy. Of course, the first thing you're thinking is that the referee needs to make sure he takes control of the match and doesn't let things get out of control.
Looks like Connor Rutz, he's going to be okay to be able to continue to play forward. Nothing too serious. Rutz is a gamer. already with a goal tonight.
Ball about to be getting back into play for Detroit City. They're playing with a 2-0 lead. That free kick went off the head of Liborio, but it went straight to Max Todd, and he was able to tee off with that one going well over the bar. Obviously a fortunate situation for San Diego 1904. Now Edwin Lara playing it back to Klishevsky. Another whistle. Just like you were saying, Alex, things getting a little more chippy out here. And it looks like it will be another free kick for Detroit City. And the official having a verbal warning for Edwin Lara.
Dangerous territory, if you ask me right here. This is definitely very good avenue, I should say, for Detroit City. Something could be brewing here. Maybe goal number 3. Use the height as their advantage.
And earlier we were talking about some of the substitutions. One correction, actually, was Ashkenov Apollon who came off for Ivan Garduno. But here comes a free kick for Rodriguez. And that looks like it could be trouble off the head of Manning. Going across the goal mouth area. And San Diego 1904 has got to be fortunate that they only find themselves down 2-0. As that was a really good opportunity for Detroit City. And they've really opened this game up a lot.
Looking for Matthew Lewis right there. Lewis set up nicely. It was a header by Anthony Manning trying to give it to Lewis, and Lewis just couldn't come up with that dagger to put the ball behind the net.
You're absolutely right when talking about dagger. At this point, despite a lot of time that would be left in this match, a 3-goal lead for Detroit City FC, you have to say in this situation, it probably would become mission impossible for San Diego to even salvage a point. Ball goes out of bounds, will be a throw-in for Detroit. It's Fillerman getting it straight to Pato Faz. Paz surrounded. Garduno had it for a moment. Ball still in play. Does go out of bounds once again. Another throw-in for Detroit. Like we were talking about earlier, a lot of action on the left flank, on the left side of the field for Detroit City. And now with the second half, we definitely have a better view of the action, I must say. Off the throw and looking for Pato Faz, now off the head of Liborio. Ball finds its way to Lorenzo Ramirez. Now Ramos to Areola. Now Abu Maslat to Lomeli. Back to Areola. Lomeli once again. Now Klishevsky. You just have to be asking yourself, of course, if you're a fan of San Diego 1904, and that is how are they going to be able to get back into this one? I mean, they're only down 2-0. 2-goal leads are dangerous leads at times, but they've got to find that goal in order for them to say that they're back in this one. Now Abu Masat looking for Romero. Romero not having a lot of room. Plays it to the outside to Lomeli. Back to Romero. Now Ramos. A quick touch to Romero once again. Can Romero get the handle on it to try and get a shot off? A little too much traffic taken away by Lomeli. He fakes it. Tried to fake it again. But in the end, ball finds its way to Matt Lewis. Now Roderick Green able to keep it in after a deflection to Pato Faz. Can they switch the field? Rodriguez had it for a moment. And now taken away. Maybe this might be the chance. A shot did take a small deflection. And it will be a corner kick for San Diego. And it's these kinds of turnovers that you got to say that Detroit's got to be really, really careful about, because it's those giveaways that will, give San Diego the opportunity to get back in this game.
One pass can really make the difference in this match. And 1904, they're definitely going to look for an opportunity here and continuously going to stay persistent here in this. So they have to find any way to score a goal.
And here comes a corner kick from Faisal Abu Maslat. Looks like it might have that one going straight to Steinwasser. And a substitution was just made for Detroit City FC. And coming off was George Chomakov, and he was replaced by number 14, Javi Steinwasser, who previously played for the Flint City Bucks. So that's the first change of the night for Detroit City FC. But you got to assume they're going to keep on attacking. Here they come. Patafaz trying to get it to Max Todd. You got to like that give and go they had almost worked out. Now Klashevsky plays it back to Areola. Now to Edwin Lara. Now are we going to see San Diego change their formation a bit? Hard to say, but that ball trying to get to Cesar Romero. Broken up easily by Manning. Now Max Todd with the very nice back heel to Fillerman. Fillerman with the cross. Almost trying to get it back to Todd, but given away. Now 1904, back the other way. Felipe Liborio leading the counterattack to Cesar Romero. Still Romero. Now to Ramos. To Lamelli. Lamelli having trouble with his footing for a moment. Ramos plays it to the outside to Areola. Areola sent it to the penalty area. Nice header for a moment from Lorenzo Ramirez Jr. And that one's clear straight to Pato Faz. Playing it to the outside. Looks like it was going to be a little too much for Max Todd, unable to keep it in play. Will be a throw-in for 1904. We are in the 61st minute of the match. Detroit City FC with a 2-0 lead over San Diego 1904. This is NISA Soccer. I'm Ardif Takari along with Alex Naveja, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play on Maicujo via TVE Max. Now Edwin Lara has had a busy night tonight, but obviously it's become a frustrating game for San Diego, especially conceding late in the first half, as late as late can be pretty much, and also conceding an early goal to start the second half to Connor Rutz. And Detroit City FC obviously determined to stay undefeated. They also want to make sure they do not concede any more goals, and now maybe an opportunity, but a foul. Referee decides to play advantage. Back the other way comes San Diego 19-4. It's Ivan Garduno. He's got plenty of space. Trying to cross it, but that one cleared out by Stephen Carroll, but it goes straight to Felipe Liborio. Now to Ozzy Ramos. To Cesar Romero. Now Eder Areola. A nice touch. Back to Areola from Cesar Romero. That one crossed in front. Cleared out of bounds by Stephen Carroll. Will be a corner kick for San Diego.
If you're 1904, you're just going to try to find that one goal. If you can at least get one on the board, there's definitely a huge shot here, as they have a corner kick due up.
Another corner kick for San Diego. Can they find a way to get on the board? That one going straight to Steinwasser. Steinwasser not in a hurry to get that one out. And an update going on for some other NISA action that we'd like to report. It says here that from what we're seeing, Christian Cheney has scored his second goal of the match in the 69th minute, and Los Angeles Force are leading Maryland Bobcats 2-0. That game taking place over in Maryland. So definitely a good result for one of the California teams that is part of NISA. And that ball goes out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for San Diego 1904. Eder Areola with the throw-in. Got it for a moment to Faisal Abu Masla, but they lose possession. Connor Rutz had it for a moment. You got to like the way Detroit City is moving the ball around, playing with plenty of confidence. And can't be surprised they have plenty of confidence, especially playing with a 2-goal lead. And as mentioned earlier, they already, a few nights ago, this past Wednesday, scored a 3-0 victory over Cal United. And if they end this night with another shutout victory, I mean, they'll be going back to Detroit very, very thrilled.
Absolutely. A 6-point week, 5 goals in 2 matches. There's really nothing that you should be disappointed about. And the one important number, as you just mentioned, to get 2 shutouts in 1 week, that's going to be great.
And that long ball played towards Jimmy Fillerman. Instead, possession taken away, it's Garduno. A quick touch from Ramos to Klashevsky. Now Areola back to Klashevsky. Now Ramos gets it to Faisal Abu Maslat. That's a good ball from Abu Maslat, but going straight off the head of Anthony Manning. Now Garduno plays it to the outside to Cesar Romero. Still Romero. Is he going to be able to pull the trigger? Was trying to pass the ball at the last moment, but didn't really come up with much. Cleared back the other way. Lara plays it back to Marsan. We are in the 65th minute of the match. Detroit City FC with a 2-0 lead. And now Cesar Romero plays it back to Lamelli. Unable to keep possession. Excuse me, that was Lorenzo Ramirez. Unable to keep possession. And there have been these opportunities at times for San Diego, but they're just not able to get through the center of the field with a really clean-cut scoring chance. They're getting the room at times from the outside, but this Detroit City team just continues to be that dominant team and playing very disciplined defense. Cleared down the field by Rodriguez, looking for Pato Faz, but that one going straight to Edwin Lara. Now Liborio to Ramos. And Ramos trying to send that one towards Abu Maslat, but a little too much on that one, going straight to Steinwasser. Nate Steinwasser not in a hurry to clear this one out. You can't be surprised. Having a 2-0 lead, they're in control, and they want to continue to keep things the way they're going.
As of now, Detroit City definitely has full control of this match, and they've been keeping 1904 very quiet this evening, and it's been a very tough task for 1904 to get through the lines. That's for sure.
Speaking of tough task, now maybe an opportunity for Detroit City FC on the move. Max Todd had it for a moment. It's played outside towards Roderick Green. Was unable to really fully win that battle, that 1v1 battle against Eder Areola. Now Klashevsky feeling the pressure from Roderick Green. And the ball goes towards Ozzy Ramos. He was not able really to control it, but now that one sent back the other way. It was onside. If only Pato Faz had been able to control that the way he wanted it, the way he would have wanted to. And now back the other way. It's Faisal Abu Maslav. We saw him a lot playing on the left side. Switched in the field a bit now on the right side. Trying to team up a bit with Liborio. Unable to get anything going. Now Pato Faz. He doesn't have much help. And he wisely slows it down and looks for help, obviously. Gets it to Max Todd. Now to Connor Rutz. Over to Roderick Green. Stephen Carroll trying to get towards Anthony Manning, but that was not going to be very easy. Does go out of bounds for a throw-in. It's obviously not a possession that Detroit City probably was very happy about, but that one going out of bounds near midfield for a throw-in, can't really be looked at as such a, given away opportunity.
And again, granted, to have those 2 goals as an advantage, I mean, there's not going to be too many mistakes given up here unless you completely make the mistake as far as a turnover or anything is concerned for 1904, which is something that they should be considering. They need to look for mistakes like that and find the way to get through that line. But the thing is, you get through the line and you still have the talented goalkeeper.
And for a moment, it seemed like Faisal Abu Masla had something going, but was not able to get a clean shot. That one, he had that ball taken away from him. Sometimes you got to wonder, maybe holding on the ball for a little too long. And like you just said, yes, clearly with Detroit City FC, they're definitely comfortable with this 2-0 lead. But I think from the standpoint of head coach Trevor James, he doesn't want to see them just park the bus and sit back and defend and defend and defend. And you end up giving up much more opportunities to San Diego and giving them more shots on goal and more opportunities to score. So got to still play smart at the same time. Got to be cautious, but also got to be smart.
Also, like what you mentioned before, maybe 1904, instead of hanging on to the ball, they need to pull the trigger and get something going at least.
And now Maxi Rodriguez the other way, having 2 players to deal with in Lara and Garduno. Can't be surprised that he lost possession there. Now back the other way comes San Diego. It's Ozzy Ramos. Ozzy Ramos looking for some space. And got to Ramirez. Now Cesar Romero was unable to really get to the ball when he wanted to. And looks like Cesar Romero whistled for a foul behind the play. Looks like this would be an easy decision for the official. And yes, Cesar Romero does go into the book for a yellow card. After that, because of that slide tackle, I believe, on Stephen Carroll, I want to say. So it will be a free kick for Detroit City FC deep in their own territory. And looks like they are ready to make a substitution as well. And Cyrus Sadie will be coming on. He's been a member of Detroit City FC since 2012. Played his college soccer at Michigan State University and comes from Liberia. Definitely got to be one of the fan favorites for Detroit City FC. And this substitution will be made in the 71st minute. Or maybe not now, but definitely on the next stoppage of play. Steinwasser with the free kick. Going off the head of Liborio. And Javi Steinwasser trying to get onto the end of that one. But it's Klashevsky the other way, starting the counterattack. Play it to the outside to Abu Maslat. Now to Ramos. And to Klashevsky. Now one going straight to Maxi Rodriguez. Clear to Edwin Lara. He's got plenty of space. We are seeing Detroit City maybe pull back a little bit. Can't be surprised. Time is winding down. A little bit under 20 minutes remaining. But Detroit City FC does have a 2-goal lead. Eder Ariola plays it to the outside. It's Abu Maslat. Now Ramos. Back to Klashevsky. Now Edwin Lara. Liborio to Ivan Garduno. You got a nice move from Garduno. He still has it. Garduno with the cross. We want to call it a cross, but actually went straight to Steinwasser. Those are some good moves by Garduno, but in the end, the ball going straight to Steinwasser. Unable to create a really clear-cut scoring chance.
In this situation here, 1904, I got to look for any ways to get a clean shot on goal, get something to put some pressure on Nate Steinwasser. There may be an opportunity where he mishandles the ball. You come up with a rebound and you get that second chance shot, and you could get something behind the net.
Now Lorenzo Ramirez Jr. unable to keep the ball in bounds on the far side of the field, and now Detroit City FC making that substitution, and Cyrus Sadie will be coming on. The substitution taking place in the 73rd minute, and he'll be replacing Max Todd. And definitely, Max Todd's got to be satisfied with his night tonight. An assist on that goal scored by Connor Rutz early in the second half. Clearly, we could say Max Todd did his job.
Also finishing up with a yellow card in the 52nd minute.
Well, the yellow card's something he can't be happy about, but he did get an assist. So, yes, he's happy. I think we could agree on that.
It definitely eliminates itself, right?
And now the ball did not go out of bounds. Looks like Steinwasser had a little bit of trouble with it. Looks like it could have been trouble for a moment. But now, from one Steinwasser to another, now it's Javi Steinwasser. Will he be able to get something going on this attack? And what a nice move had he been able to hold on to the ball. But that one taken away. Ball finds its way to Klashevsky. And you have to wonder, will San Diego be wanting to make another change? Perhaps maybe one more. Time is winding down. We're in the 74th minute. Detroit City FC with a 2-0 lead. Goals coming from Anthony Manning and Connor Rutz. Eder Ariola was looking for Lorenzo Ramirez Jr. Looks like for a moment, it looked like there was a little bit of confusion between Lorenzo Ramirez Jr. and Cesar Romero. But either way, at the end of the day, at the end of that one, went straight to Steinwasser. And seems like this has been the same. It's pretty much seems like it's been the same old story throughout this game for San Diego 1904. They had opportunities, but they were unable to capitalize, and they find themselves down 2-0.
Steinwasser really has been managing this game very nicely, has been keeping 1904 very silent here in this second half and throughout the whole entire match. But this second half, we're starting to see much more offensive 1904. And of course, the change of formation has a lot to do with it as well. But it's 1904 that just refusing to try to get shut out. But Steinwasser making it very tough for them.
And Eder Arreola had it for a moment, trying to get to Lorenzo Ramirez Jr. That one broken up by Rodriguez. Now it's Cyrus Sadie, who recently just came on for Max Todd. And, when talking about these two teams, let's not forget that recently at the NISA Legends Cup that was just played, in April, Detroit City scored a 1-0 victory over San Diego 1904 in the semifinals. That was on April 22nd. A really, really close game. Only goal of that game was scored by the captain, Stephen Carroll. And so in looking back at that game, it's like, I'm pretty sure San Diego obviously had revenge on their minds. And, for the most, like we said, for the first half, it pretty much was 0-0. But that last goal in stoppage time of the first half by Anthony Manning, you really got to say, really swung the momentum. And, you don't want to, from the standpoint of San Diego, you don't want to say that goal really, really crushed them. But, it's a crucial goal to give up in a crucial time. Now, a shot from Romero. And looks like it did go off of, San Diego was saying it went off of Steinwasser. Steinwasser said no, but from our view over here, it looks like he had maybe a little bit of trouble with that. Took a weird bounce. Looks like it went just over his foot. Had that ball found its way into the back of the net, that would have been a disaster, I must say, because those are goals you just don't want to give up.
Absolutely, and especially you got the momentum right now, 2-0 right now. That's a huge mental mistake right there for Steinwasser had it been allowed. But I don't know, it looked like that ball really did take a funky hop, and I really thought it was going to be a corner for 1904.
Marsan playing it to Klishevsky. That one last going off of Javi Steinwasser. Goal kick for San Diego 1904. We're in the 77th minute of the match. It is 2-0 Detroit City FC leading San Diego 1904. I'm Ardith Takari along with Alex Naveja, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play via TVE Max. I'm Mike Cujo. We're in Chula Vista, California at the Chula Vista Olympic Elite Training Center. Hoping I get that one right, but let's just move past that for a moment. Now, Ozzy Ramos, can he pull the trigger from here? Not really expecting him to, but he does actually, but that one going way high and wide. Goal kick for Detroit City FC.
Too overcooked. They are trying to incorporate more guys to try to get some shots, but it's not just about getting shots. You got to get a good quality shot off.
And for some news around the league, a final score from Boyd's, Maryland. Los Angeles Force has defeated the Maryland Bobcats 2-0 this evening. For NISA action, Christian Cheney had a brace for the victorious LA Force.
Maryland Bobcats still looking for their first victory of the year. I mean, they have lost their first two matches, and Bobcats still going to have to continue to look for that first victory here with NISA.
And for some of the new teams, it has been tough. I mean, things have not been easy as well for New Amsterdam, but this is the way it is. You join a league, there's talented teams you have to play against. Wins do not come easy. And right now we could even say that for anyone that gets a chance to play against Detroit City FC, I don't think we can say wins don't come easy. We could say goals and opportunities don't come easy.
Absolutely. It's like being the new kid in the block, the new kid at school, It's that new kid that's always going to have a hard time because of being the new person, and it's definitely very tough for Maryland Bobcats and for New Amsterdam.
Now, on that note, of course, we've got to focus more on the home team tonight. San Diego 1904. Felipe Liborio not able really to do much. Does go out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for Detroit City. It's getting closer to the 80th minute. Time keeps ticking away. What can San Diego 1904 do? Fillerman trying to do something with very little room. Loses that one to Ivan Garduno. Now Klishevsky plays it to his keeper, Misha Marsan, and looked like a dangerous ball for a moment. But the ball does find its way to Eder Areola. Now to Faisal Abu Maslat. And he's had a pretty good night tonight. But he's definitely made some more noise in the first half. Now the ball played to the right side and the right flank. That's Ivan Garduno looking to cross it. That's what he does. That one headed high into the air by Roderick Green. And at the end of that, Eder Areola trying to volley a shot, but puts way too much on it. Goes out of bounds for a goal kick for Detroit City.
I don't know how you like your steak done, Art, but that was definitely overcooked and for our tasting. And at this point, it just looks like 1904 is really just trying to fire anything at Steinwasser, and it hasn't really been very successful. There's been a couple of wild shots that 1904 has put up.
And Eder Areola, the player who put that shot pretty high and wide, also one of the very experienced players on this San Diego 1904 team, has played at the USL level before for Los Dos. I mean, officially that, of course, that team is Los Angeles Galaxy 2, and he's also had a stint overseas in the Armenian Premier League with Chirac. So he knows what he's doing, and he's obviously not afraid to pull the trigger.
And we just saw that right now, letting it loose right then and there.
And off the throw-in, Fillerman looking for Javi Steinwasser. Edwin Lara does a nice job shielding the ball. Misha Marsan wasting no time with the goal kick. Getting it out to Eder Areola. He's got plenty of space and plenty of room. Gets it to the outside to Abu Maslat. Trying to cross it. Did for a moment, but it is just really tough to get past players like Stephen Carroll and Matt Lewis. Ozzy Ramos had it for a moment. Thought there should have been a whistle. Cyrus Sadie, who just recently came on, sends it back the other way. It's Pato Faz. A 1-on-4. Pretty much, he was not going to be able to do too much with it, but he's definitely one of the very smart players on this team as well, and he was not going to force anything as well. Now Ivan Garduno looking for Mario Lamelli, but Anthony Manning easily able to break that one up.
I do have to say, I like 1904's persistence here. Any opportunity that they get, they're really trying to take their time. Time is not exactly on their side, but really staying persistent on that left side. If you notice, maybe try to switch up on the right side, on the right flanks.
And Eder Areola for a moment trying to get that attack going, but looks like the whistle was blown for a handball, and we just keep seeing it over and over, and that is San Diego 1904 trying to get something going, whether it's on the right side or the left side of the field, the right flank or the left flank. But that back line of Detroit, so disciplined, and then right now we just have to ask that question, and that is, which team is going to finally score on Detroit City, in this current NISA season?
Going to be a tough question. That's a very, very good question to ask. I mean, Detroit City, a very talented ball club. After 1904, they got to play against the Michigan Stars. They have the Force coming into town, and they also have Stumptown coming in. So between those three ball clubs, it's going to be interesting to see. These next coming matchups for Detroit City FC. Those are some matches that you guys should definitely be tuning into, because that's going to be the big question. Who dares to challenge Detroit City FC and tries to get a goal against them, because it has not come easy.
And that ball from Eder Areola sent towards the Detroit FC penalty area, but not much coming of it. Ball finds its way to Nate Steinwasser. We are in the 84th minute of the match. I'm Ardif Takari along with Alex Neveja, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play on TV Max, via TV Max on Mike Cujo. NISA Soccer, Detroit City FC with a 2-0 lead. Goals coming from Anthony Manning and Connor Rutz. Time is winding down. And can Detroit City FC get something going? It's Fillerman. He does have the space. Is he going to cross it or is he going to shoot? He fakes it, and he shoots, and he scores! It is 3-0. And that's it. Detroit City FC widening the lead. Gotta like that finish. Fillerman, like Alex is saying right now, another dagger.
That's the finishing blow right there. It's Fillerman coming in and just finishing it off, saying, hey, you know what? Game, set, match. Let's go home. Let's win this one. Take a look at that one. Fillerman all by himself. Just had one black jersey marking him and was able to get the easy shot right past the goalkeeper. There was nothing that Marchand could have done right then and there. Did not have any of the linemen to be able to help him out there. Just an overall tough day for 1904. But again, effort is there for 1904 throughout the whole entire match, especially the second half, and just looking for good quality shots, and it has not come easy.
And when I mentioned earlier, Fillerman had the ball, I was talking about how he did have Pato Faz. He seemed like he had the space, but in that kind of a situation, right, real quick, just from one side to another, and we're just talking about which team is going to be able to score on Detroit City, but back the other way, just like that, a penalty kick has been awarded. And the Detroit City players not happy at all with that whistle, but whether anyone likes it or not, it will be a penalty kick for San Diego 1904. And I want to say it might have been Anthony Manning whistled for the foul. And maybe now the only discussion here for the San Diego 1904 players is who's going to take this penalty kick, and it appears as if it's going to be Cesar Romero to take this kick. And at the same time, San Diego 1904 just made a substitution. We'll get to that one in a moment, but either way, we'll get to that one in a moment. We have a penalty kick. And Cesar Romero to take it. Here's the whistle. He shoots, and he scores. Steinwasser guesses wrong. The lead has been cut to 3-1. That goal coming in the 87th minute.
And that was a big question that we asked just moments ago. Who was going to score the first goal against Detroit City? And a call going 1904's favor. They do get the penalty kick. They do get the first goal against Detroit City FC. But still, do you really see two more goals coming behind the net? I mean, it's been pretty tough throughout this whole entire day.
Well, that's a lot to ask for. I think San Diego's got to be happy they're on the board in the first place. And like you said before, time winding down would be really tough for San Diego. I mean, I'd find it impressive for them to cut the lead to 3-2. And now Ivan Garduno, obviously San Diego 1904, having more of that sense of urgency now. But also Detroit City FC cannot be happy with, conceding their first goal of the season. Now Romero had it for a moment. Now Connor Rutz the other way, sending it towards Pato Faz, but looks like it's going to be a little too much on that one. It goes out of bounds, throwing for San Diego. And I was just in the middle of saying how, Fillerman, he had the opportunity to probably pass that ball towards Pato Faz, but the space was also being cut down. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to add that with the game he has had tonight, that's a goal that he wanted, and this was a well-deserved goal. That shot going off the bottom of the crossbar into the corner of the net.
Again, it just goes to show you the amount of weapons that Detroit City has. It's not just Pato Faz. It's plenty of other guys. Connor Rutz being one guy that scored a goal this afternoon. Just even Stephen Carroll, we didn't see him score, but the fact that he's been able to score throughout this season, this team is definitely an offensive monster, and even could be an offensive juggernaut if you ask me.
And they have a 3-1 lead. We're in the 89th minute of play. You got to assume that there will be maybe 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage time. But can San Diego 1904 make this a little more exciting in these final minutes of the match? And that ball did take a deflection at the very end, and it will be a corner kick for San Diego 1904. So this has got to be a situation where Detroit City can't be too thrilled. For a moment, it looked like this corner was going to be played short. And here it comes. Headed away momentarily. Now trying to do the bicycle kick, but instead Klashevsky whistled for the high kick. Will be a free kick for Detroit deep in their own territory. So we're going to have to keep our eyes on the fourth official, that's for sure.
You're starting to really sense the urgency on 1904, trying to rush into that corner kick. If you saw that a little while ago, you can definitely sense the urgency to at least get a good quality shot or two before finishing this one up.
Steinwasser takes the free kick. That ball going off the head of Liborio. Now it's Ozzy Ramos looking for Romario Lomeli, but not going to be easy to get that ball past one of the big center backs, Matt Lewis. Now the ball finds its way to Liborio after taking a pass from Romero. Sent to the outside to Ivan Garduno. Still Garduno. Can he turn that corner? Looks like he did momentarily possibly get past the defense, but that ball cleared the other way towards Pato Faz. Looks like the fourth official is holding up that time. Yes, 2 minutes of stoppage time. So not a lot of time remaining for San Diego 1904. They trail 3-1. And it was Fillerman with a good defensive play just earlier. Now with that long throw-in, that's a good ball to Javi Steinwasser. Can he cross it before it goes out of bounds? He did keep it in play, but actually crossed it, hit the side of the net. But it did take a deflection at the very last moment, so that will be a corner kick for Detroit City. And they obviously will not be in a hurry to take this corner.
And corner kicks have been very lethal. They've been very dangerous with the corner kick in this match, and potentially 4-1. If it's a good-looking corner, and if they set it up nicely, maybe.
It was a short corner. Kind of surprised that Detroit City was wanting to, waste a little bit of time with that corner, and they have a 3-1 lead. I was thinking the same thing too. Maybe they were looking for that fourth. But back the other way, here comes San Diego. It's Abu Maslat switching the field to Ivan Garduno, unable to keep possession, and that one cleared out of bounds by Fillerman. And you really gotta like the night that Fillerman has had, playing some solid defense, some good crosses throughout the night, and he also scored a goal. And that cross from Romero taking a deflection, going off the head of Maxi Rodriguez and straight to Nate Steinwasser. Probably played about 1 minute of stoppage time. That ball going straight off the foot of Pato Faz. Liborio with the throw-in. Got it to Romero for a moment, but it was taken away and cleared by Maxi Rodriguez. And that is the final whistle. Detroit City FC with a 3-1 victory over San Diego 1904. Looking back at those goals, like we said, we have no choice but to always go back to the end of the first half. And that was when Anthony Manning scored off a corner kick, heading the ball into the net in stoppage time of the first half. That gave Detroit City FC plenty of confidence, plenty of momentum. And it obviously showed when Connor Rutz scored the second goal early in the second half. Detroit City FC was in control. Obviously, much later in the match, it was Fillerman making it 3-1. And just right after that, while we were still talking about that goal, a penalty kick was awarded because of a foul. And it was Cesar Romero who scored that goal for San Diego. And that's how we end 3-1 Detroit City FC. And Alex, from your point of view, who was your man of the match?
Wow, I really do have to go with Jimmy Fillerman. I mean, this guy, not only because of the goal that he scored, but to mark 1904 very well. He did his job, keeping 1904 quiet. Despite the PK that was made in this match, I definitely say it has to be Fillerman. The job that he's done this afternoon, keeping them quiet, being a part of that dominant line and just keeping 1904 off balance throughout this match, definitely did his job well. Nothing to be disappointed about, not just in this match, but in this West Coast tour that Detroit City had on Wednesday night and then this evening, just doing his job. And this is all stuff that moving forward, Detroit City is going to learn, they're going to grow, and they're going to continue to dominate NISA and this league. It's going to be a very fun season watching them move forward.
And like you said, it's very tough to decide who the man of the match was. But like you said, Fillerman was awesome throughout the night. Dangerous on the left side with his crosses, also scoring a goal. A great win for Detroit City FC. obviously they'll be going home feeling great. They did their job. Yeah, did they concede a goal that they're probably not happy about? Sure. I mean, they're competitors. They strive for perfection. But they got the 6 points on this trip. Like you said, a win over Cal United, and now a win here over San Diego 1904 in Chula Vista. Huge for Detroit City FC. They obviously are the team to beat in NISA.
This is a team that's going to be traveling all over the place with a target on their back. Everybody's going to want a piece of Detroit City FC moving forward. And honestly, for any team that gets to play them, they are in for a great challenge. There's going to be a lot to learn. It's got to be great execution.
And once again, the final score tonight, Detroit City FC with a 3-1 victory over San Diego 1904 FC. I'm Artis Takari, along with Alex Navea, proud to have been able to bring you tonight's play-by-play. Once again, the final score, 3-1 Detroit City FC. This was NISA Soccer, brought to you by TVE Max on My Cujo. We'll see you next time.